And now we will understand one example of scalar, one example of vector. That is, distance is a scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. Okay. How? Let us try to understand. And what are these distance and displacement are? Distance definition: actual path followed by the person, and displacement definition: shortest path or shortest distance followed by the person is called displacement. Okay. So example, let us see. Okay. For example, you are traveling from home to your school. H for home, S for school. So you can go in different paths actually from home to school. There are some shortcuts, there are some long path, there are some highway road path, there are some like small street roads also you can go, and so there are many paths. Okay, so this house to or home to school, this is one path I have defined like one, and there is another path something two, and there is a straight line path from home to school, direct straight line. Okay, this one and two paths are followed by the person, actual path followed by the person. Okay, so these are called distances 1 and 2. Not only this, if you take like this also, so there is no specific direction for we say for distance. And if you take like this also, it can be called as a distance. Okay. But if there is a specific path, like a straight line path and shortest path, direct from house, home to school, if you take, there is only one path, that is this third path, and this third path we call it as displacement. Remaining all other paths followed by the person, we call it as distances. Okay. Give one more example. Within the school itself, if you want to reach from ground floor to third floor, physics lab, high-tech physics lab, third floor, then you can follow the steps. You can follow the steps, through steps. You can go from ground floor to physics lab, third floor, or you can also follow the lift path. You can also take a lift. Through lift also you can reach. So that lift path is shortest path, and that stairs path, whatever you say, that is somewhat longer path. Okay, that lift path we call it as displacement, and that stairs, through stairs you are moving now, that is called distance. By the above examples, we can conclude that distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. And the third point, the third difference, distance cannot be zero, displacement can be zero. Okay. So now let us try to understand how it can be. Distance cannot be zero. How? Displacement can be zero. Let us try to understand with this example. For example, Shivangi has started from point A and she is moving towards B, then from B to C, then again C to D, then again D to A. Again she reached the point A only. A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. Initial position of the Shivangi is A, final position of the Shivangi is also A. So A to B distance, let us say the separation 5 meter, and B to C is also 5 meter, since it is a square of side length 5 meter. Okay. So if you try to calculate the distance 5, so what will be the distance? Can anyone please?
20
Huh?
20 meter.
Devarga?
20 meter.
Yes, very good. 20 meter.
20 meter is the distance.
Yes, A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A.
Sir,
5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 20 meter is the?
Sir, 20 meter.
Yes, very good. 20 meter is the distance traveled by Shivangi. Okay. And when we are calculating displacement, what you have to do from initial position and final position, we have to think. In between, we should not think what is happening there. Okay. So initially she is at A and finally also she is at A. Okay. So A to A separation is 0. So displacement is 0. So by this example, we can say that distance cannot be 0 and displacement can be 0. Next point, let us try to understand distance can be greater than displacement and displacement can never be greater than distance. How? Let us try to understand. Now in this example, let us take Devarga. Devarga has started from A. From A to B, he reached 5 meter separation. B to C, 5 meter separation. And C to D. Final position of the Devarga is D. And when we calculate the distance traveled by Devarga is 5 plus 5 plus 5. 15 meter is the distance. Okay. But displacement, when you talk about, we have to always think about initial and final. So A to D, we have to think. Displacement is 5 meter only. Initial position is A, final position is D. The separation between A and D is 5 meter. It is a square of side length 5. So A to D 5 meter. So you can say that from here distance can be greater than displacement. From the previous example also you can tell distance was 20 meter, displacement is 0. So distance can be greater than the displacement. And displacement can never be greater than the distance. Next point, let us try to understand. Distance can be equal to displacement if the body travels in straight line path. Same thing, displacement can be equal to distance if the body travels in straight line path. This time Kaustav Ghosh is moving from the initial position A to final position B. Okay. A to B, he has traveled. Kaustav Ghosh. Then if you calculate, the distance between A and B is 5 meter only, and the displacement is also 5 meter. Why? Because we have to always think about initial and final positions. So since AB is a straight line path, so distance and displacement both can be equal. So we can say conclude that if the body travels in a straight line path, distance and displacement are equal. So we can tell that if distance can be greater than the displacement in curved path, distance can be equal to the displacement in a straight line path. So finally, we can tell that distance is greater than or equal to the displacement. But displacement cannot be greater than to the distance. It is always less than or equal to the distance. Okay. or distance is greater than or equal to the displacement, or displacement is always less than or equal to the distance. Okay. That is the conclusion we can make out of it.